In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Datafrog's Y2 HD 568-in-1 Stick NES clone console. But there's one more game. One I specifically wanted to review on this system, but it is god-awful for you Pokemon fans. I'm telling you, you don't want to mess with this game. Are you ready? Well, here we go. Oh my god, we are really doing this, aren't we? I'm playing Pocket Monster on the NES. You might instantly say, but Proto, there's no way this game can exist. Pokemon came out after the NES, many years after. And, as always, you are correct, comment section. This is a bootleg, a jumble of a ton of games put together to make one Pocket Monster game. The next question is likely going to be why, and likely the answer would be to sell to markets that did not have access to the Game Boy at the time, places like China, where they were closed off from official importation, and also to capitalize on the popularity of Pokemon. Someone's mom or dad sees this weird cartridge, and they see Pikachu on it, and they think, you know what, my son likes Pokemon, buys it, and then discovers this when he gets home. Talk about some PTSD trauma right there. Whew, man, I'd be mad. I'll talk about the history of the game more later. Let's look at the actual game a bit closer. Now, I recorded this through an emulator, but trust me, playing on this HDMI stick was no better. It was awful. Normally I review games based upon the 5 pillars of gaming for me: graphics, gameplay, story, sound, and control. But this game is a bootleg abomination that fails in all of these categories, so let's just look at this together. The game begins with a stage called Velp. The gameplay is simple. Pikachu can take 3 hits and has some lives. The goal is to reach the end of the stage by jumping on enemies or using a screen clearing attack that is supposed to be some type of electric attack, I think. You can get more of these attacks by collecting batteries and or sodas with an electric symbol on them, maybe sometimes, and that's about it. Yeah, it's your basic Mario ripoff, but awful.
Hello, here we go!
It may look like I'm playing fine, but the controls no, they're awful. They're terrible. They're some of the worst controls I've ever played in a platformer. The controls are inverted, also. So, you jump with B, and pressing A while holding a direction makes Pikachu run. But if you press A alone, then it uses that screen-clearing flashing attack. I cannot express to you how poor the jumping controls are. This was released in 1997, 11 years after Mario Bros. On the NES, and it sucks ass. As the nerd would put it, it's diarrhea dookie. While playing the game, you can be sure to encounter some unique Pokemon, like Pikachu, Angry Bird, and literal bullets. Yes, bullets being shot at Pikachu. Not a bullet bill. Gun bullets. Oh, but there are some Pokemon, like the bosses of each stage, the first one being Lapras, without a shell, that stands up. The second boss is just the rideable monster from Adventure Island 2. And you know, the game really has a lot in common with Adventure Island 2, because it rips off most of the graphics from that game, and another one called Athena. Some sprite hacks were done to make some enemies look like Pokemon, like Diglett and Executor? What weird choice. But then some of the sprites literally have no effort. For example, the bee boss is supposed to be Beedrill? Maybe? I don't know. It doesn't look anything like it. Remember, this is before almost any other version of Pokemon existed at the time, so it's really going off Gen 1. Jesus Christ, man, if Pokemon really looked like this on the NES, I'm kinda thankful it stayed on handhelds for so long. Oh, but if you think those are the only games that this rips off, no, the sound effects are taken straight from the game called Twinbee. Take a listen. And while we're at it, let's just listen to the music too. This is not a new song. My God, please change the song. The first level is the Plains level. Basic jumps and simple obstacles like flowers, spikes, and pitfalls, and random enemies are going to be the problem for you here. You can get through this level as long as you can figure out how to work the controls, and then it's off to the second level, which is supposed to be a forest, but randomly has Pikachu jumping on clouds and logs on a waterfall, and you guessed it, dodging birds. Wow, amazing. There is some type of variety, along with a terrible working spring, random platforms that fall without any indication of falling, and extreme precise jumps that have been made with horrible controls. Sound like fun yet? This is only level 2, baby! On to level 3, which is some mountains, but it's apparently called Tableland, I guess? Hey, we got us a crab, looks almost like a Kingler. Man, they really spoil us with the variety of enemies. You know, I told them, calm it down. There's just too many unique enemies, but no. You know what? They insisted on include... What the hell is that? Hey, you know what? I'm actually not even surprised anymore. Good on you, developers, and your imagination. Way to keep things fresh with this game. By the way, the boss for this stage is a bee. It's blue and white. Blue and white. On to the final stage, and we're off to the jungles of Vietnam. Oh, excuse me, it's actually called Mott. What? You don't remember the well-known final area of Pokemon? Mott? Well, sorry. Literally nothing new except some random bricks in a jungle area. This area is filled with pitfalls, precise jumps, and you guessed it, spike traps. The same exact things that were in the first level. To the end, there is this hallway where you run through and there's a bunch of crush traps while being shot at. 10 out of 10, great level design. I just, my God, and my torture. Even playing at my best, I died on every level, but the last one is so long and filled with so many crappy jumps and traps, it is exhausting. Finally, the last boss, and you know what it is? You know who it is? Who do you think it is? Is it Mewtwo? Using a psychic attack against it? Is it Charizard? Using his flamethrower? It's Ash. Ash has gone crazy, he's trying to catch Pikachu. Nope. It's Blastoise. Blastoise. You know what? I'm gonna blast your ass into the next century, you complete and total waste of a game. After you beat the game, you're rewarded with Pikachu dancing and the screen telling you end. End. That's it. This monstrosity almost took me 3 hours and 36 attempts, and all I get is end. No congratulations, no Pikachu saves the day. Hell, you know what? I'd even take some ridiculously misspelled explanation. No, you get end. This game sucks so much ass, it's banned from donkey farms. This game is so bad, I don't wish it upon my worst enemies. I hate this game so much that I curse it to the depths of hell. Whoever developed this game just took a ton of other games to capitalize on Pokemon, put them in a blender, and said, man, I hope I make some fast money with this. When they couldn't even make a competent platformer game 11 years after Mario Brothers released. This game sucks ass. Do not attempt to play it unless you want to waste your own time for no reward whatsoever. Fuck this game and the device it was put on. Data Frog, you can go to hell.